Hi everyone, it's Alex Raymond from Empowered Eating, and I'm here with another Mindful Minute video. Today I wanted to talk a little bit more about some common eating disorder warning signs that you can look for in a loved one. As I kind of list off some of these warning signs, I want you to be mindful that it's usually not just like one warning sign that you should be wary of. It's more of a collection of a bunch of different things, and just kind of keeping in mind that if it starts off as one thing, it can definitely progress into other abnormal or disordered behaviors. So you kind of want to look at the bigger picture of what your loved one may be doing, and if you kind of notice that there's 3 or 4 warning signs that your loved one is doing, or that kind of resonates with your loved one, then that's definitely a point where you want them to get checked out by a dietitian or a therapist or a doctor, someone who really has eating disorder experience. So number 1 is if your child all of a sudden says, I want to eat healthy. I think generally that kind of comes off as maybe a more innocent comment, but I do have a lot of clients in my office whose eating disorder started just because they wanted to be a little bit healthier. So kind of just being mindful as what healthy actually means for your son or daughter, and what things they might start to cut out or add into their diet, because I think that can be a very slippery slope, kind of putting foods into that good and bad category. Number 2, any type of significant weight change. So if your loved one all of a sudden drops off their normal growth curve, that's something that you definitely want to talk to the doctor about, or to talk to a dietitian who has eating disorder experience, because falling off that growth chart is not normal growth at all. Next one, not eating with the family. So if all of a sudden your son or daughter is skipping meals and not eating with you guys, that can be another warning sign. If your son or daughter is now newly vegan or vegetarian, so if you kind of have followed that lifestyle for your whole life and that's something that the whole family is doing, I do think that's okay. But if it's like a sudden change in dietary habits, then that's kind of when you want to be more concerned. Baking or cooking, but then not eating it, wanting to cook a bunch of different things and give it to other people. Participating in exercise habits that aren't normal for your child, or exercise habits that aren't age appropriate. So for example, if your child has always played tennis, but now all of a sudden they're really into running and they're running every day, that's something to be concerned about. Reading food labels vigorously, or even calling out family members for eating something that's unhealthy. Expressing a desire to diet. I think that's kind of another huge red flag too, just regardless of their weight or size. If your child comes to you and asks to be put on a diet, that's a huge thing to be concerned of. So just kind of checking through my list to make sure that I got all of them, and those are kind of the main ones. Like I said earlier, it's usually not one thing that kind of causes it, but it's or one thing that would be a red flag, but it's more of a collection of behaviors that you should look out for. And I really encourage you, if you have any questions about the behaviors that your loved one is doing, to contact a dietitian, a therapist, or a doctor, really making sure that they have that eating disorder experience, so this way that healthcare professional can ask a little bit more questions of what might be going on, or what might be underlying the thinking from your loved one. And I have a lot more information in the blog about this and how to kind of get your family member help, especially at those initial stages. So you can visit www.empoweredeatingblog.com for more information about this. I'll see you guys next time.